Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and I'll hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2018, Career Mode episode number 59. Now, I'm recording this one day before Pro Cycling Manager 2019 comes out, just so that I have enough episodes to clear my schedule up a bit. I'm actually going out of town for a little while. Got some stuff going on, and wow, good prize money from Colorado Classic and the Arctic Race of Norway. It's a good payday, over 40,000 between the two of them. Gegenhardt going to Mitchelton Scott. Dimension Data picks up Pierre Latour. So good gains for them. Anyway, so I'm recording this one day before that game comes out, just trying to wrap up everything on my schedule, especially when I'm actually going to be out of town for a few days at a family reunion here coming up. So tight schedule, a lot going on, and so getting all that I can done before the release, and actually on the same day tomorrow, F1 2019 also coming out. So difficult schedule, difficult timing on all of that. But here is what our schedule is going to look like for Pro Cycling Manager in this career mode, in the 2018 career mode. I will continue to have new episodes every Saturday. But I will now have an alternate Thursday. Every other Thursday there will be a second, or is it Wednesday? I've lost track. Wednesday. Every other Wednesday I will have an additional second episode. So this will be down to 1.5 episodes per week on this series. The two new series, the career mode for 2019, the Pro Cyclist mode for 2019, will have 2 episodes every single week. Between the 3 series, we'll have 5.5 episodes per week. Almost 1 episode per day of one of the various 3 series will be coming out on the channel for the foreseeable future. Back's a slight favorite on this stage here. Stage number 1 of the Deutschland Tour. This is actually sponsor objective. I might have to go back and check what that sponsor objective is here after stage number 1, because I don't remember what it is. I know it's a 2-star objective, but what the goal is, honestly, I couldn't tell you, at least not off the top of my head.
Of course, those opportunists with a bit of daring won't make their life easy.
Alright, well, Van Hemelen, Wachtendorf, Osorio, Vervecchi, Boll, Swerble, and Bax are the riders that we've brought to this one. So, not the strongest of sprint teams, so this could be a difficult stage, but we'll be looking into more of the overall with this group. Not much action on the first stage until the end, so that's where I'll see you next. The final breakaway of the day was only just caught. We've got just over 11 kilometers left. I'm forming my train right now, and it's really hard to pick out kind of who and what to do with that. They're fairly weak. You know what? Swervle's not in the overall, but Vervecchi and Osorio are, so we'll put them to the back. Just to get that tow, just to get that free ride to the finish line. So that gives me 3 guys to get us to our lead out man. That's about 8 kilometers covered by 3 riders. Should be able to manage that pretty easy. And the pace just dropped off as they were just reeled in just now. The pace has been really hot for a very long while now. Let's see how well the team is doing on coming up though. But yeah, they're all very much near the front. Only a couple riders mixed in with us.
But he's not going any further. A A fall has just happened in the peloton. Several riders are on the
And we
ground.
can really start pushing that pace with just 8 kilometers left and a little downhill section here, so we're going to start pushing 99.
Those guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today.
Okay, swerve done. I'm already thinking I don't need Van Hemelen in this, so we're just going to drop him out. Let Wachtendorf go.
We're hearing over the radio that a rider has given up. 5 kilometers remaining.
It puts us into more speed. Van Hemelen's slow. And there you go, right inside 3 kilometers. That's where I wanted to be. And that means everybody else time to use their gel. 2 kilometers to go. 1.4. 0.2. Big lead out there for Martinelli. Drucker going now. There's Toynes. 800 meters. We're going to go ahead and sprint. And Seaspole, he needs to come through quick, over the top. He didn't come over the top very well. With a little more speed, he might move up ahead of one of these guys, but I think he's going to be 6th. He is 6th only. Osorio follows him in 7th, though. Martinelli got a great lead out. That was some pure speed. When I try to do that, when I try to sprint my lead out man, my sprinters, their stamina just dwindles very, very quickly. So they do not follow a sprint really well. They kind of need that 99 attack. Looks like I could have gone a little bit earlier. Seaspole had just a little bit of energy left. Maybe another 100 meters or so. But otherwise he was pretty close to the end on his limit. If I had gone that 100 meters earlier, I would imagine he would have been 4th, as Conrad and Rabic were a very small margin. Less than the width of a wheel, for sure. One stage in the bag, guaranteed. That was not the objective clincher by any means. And Emlyn Vervecchi both up there. After 25, there was a 46-second gap. That helps with the overall standings. Gogol has withdrawn as well. Okay, let's see what it is that we must do today. Deutschland Tour, top 5 overall. Top 5 overall is the objective. 68 kilometers to go. We're just hitting the series of climbs that are going to decide this race. We're on this first one here. And then you can see we have 3 more significant and a couple minor climbs to the finish. Pretty punchy stage here. It's all just Category 3 stuff. So it's nothing severe, but definitely going to favor somebody on the hills, which is actually a strength for my team. So hopefully this will work out in our favor. Things are going to definitely start to change up right here by the time we get over the top of this one. Wachtendorf and Bax struggling a little bit here. Wachtendorf, Bax is going to make it, so I'm going to have him fetch water bottles as we need water one last time here for the race, and he should be able to get over the top, get the water, and then, oh, I don't like that gap, I don't like that gap, oh, come on. Of course that gap hits, and he still hasn't even gotten water. Like, back up, guys, come on, you're a minute 10 down. Bax wasting a lot of energy trying to get up there, but he's recovering as he sits behind this rider. And will he speed up now? No, he does not. Now he's going to try. I don't think he's going to make it. I mean, I might as well try. If he grabs onto the back, that's great. If not, nope, he's done, and he gave up trying to get the water. So we need somebody from here to get water. Vecchi is no longer covered. Let's put Bull on that, and let's go ahead and get Swerble, who's fresh, to go back and get the water. "95 riders left in the peloton. First climb already leaves a big chunk of riders off the back.
Whoa, there's an attack from inside the breakaway group.
Swerble caught up here in the middle of the pack, but he is slowly making his way forward, but we're on another climb. So I don't mind that he's kind of caught up here, because if he accelerates too hard, he's going to do what he just did, which is run out of energy well before the top of the climb. Now, the breakaway group had 9 riders. It's down to 6 and 1 off the back in no man's land. Swerble now recovering a little bit. He'll attack in a moment to get that water up here. These guys are desperate for it now. Sometimes water can be a real challenge in this game, the way it's set up. Swerble not making progress up the field right now. There he goes. Come on, come on. Oh, come on, you're right there. You got water for Bull, but Cease Bull is done. Swerble needs to take over Bull's duties, but he's about to hit this climb. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, thank you. Alright, good, 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 good. You're going to take over protecting Vecchi. Bull is done. He's going to go out the back, and we're already seeing shrinkage to the peloton. 62 riders, and you can see a good 15 to 20 here at the back struggling. Van Hemelen also struggling now, and he's going backwards. And it looks like a good half of the peloton could drop before the climb here. Go times 2 and see. Still no split, but they're getting stretched further and further. Now, first drop. Van Hemelen will be the next to go.
The pace seems much too high.
And ooh, that's a big drop right there. That was a lot of riders. Just 35, which, like I said, about half. I need to kind of inspect these 3 on how they're looking right now. Swerble, 73 on the hills with a +2. We've got to get to these guys. I think Swerble needs to go relay, and then either Osorio or Vecchi. Osorio's a 76 with a +2. They're both looking good. Osorio technically is our top man, so let's go ahead and protect him. And Swerble, give that chase. There we go. 6 riders reeled back in. Swerble, go ahead and relax for now. Recover for a moment. I don't expect any action for the next little bit. So we hit the top of that one. Let's see, 2 climbs left to go. The next climb is really the one that's going to do the damage. I might use up Swerble on this next climb to try to damage the field. Four riders left away. They could hang on, but I think they'll get caught. Sorio and Vecchi are both looking pretty strong. Now, Sorio, you're going to get prepared because Swerble's going to attack this thing, and you're at the base. So Swerble.
The rider is down, and he's not going to be able to carry on. Let's hope it doesn't jeopardize the rest of his season.
Fachtendorf caught up in a crash.
Ready to set off again. Their front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack.
There we go. Swarble now pulling a hard pace. Vecchi and Osorio are... Oh! Swarble's on his own. Swarble has gone off the front. I'm going to slow it down a little bit here as he catches the remnants of the breakaway over the top now. I can't believe that's not a categorized climb, by the way. Well, that didn't exactly have the effect I wanted, but if he goes off and wins, then yay, good for him. Go ahead and set him to auto for now, and maybe he'll catch those guys. So the plan to damage the field just wasn't even interested, and they let him go. Not what I expected.
His race is over. 15 kilometers to the finish line.
Bochtendorf is 12 minutes down, by the way, but that's okay. Swarble's got a minute on us, and he's just 20 seconds behind the 3 lead riders. But he's on his own. I'm going to use his gel here in a moment, just before that climb. Meanwhile, back with Osorio and Vervecchi. The gap coming down a little bit, 40 seconds. He's lost 20 seconds here over the flat. But how will he do on this climb? He doesn't have energy, so we're going to be looking at just going all out there. 15 seconds. They're about to make contact with him. 8 seconds. So no chance for Swarble. Leads down to a minute. And really what I should be doing is trying to attack this with these 2 guys. Trying to get some sort of breakaway here.
Another attack. This time it could go all the way.
Okay, we caught the breakaway riders, and it's now 7K to the finish, and we've cut it down to 17 riders, 9 riders, 5 riders now. Okay. Vervecchi relay. Here's your gel. Osorio, just
5 kilometers remaining.
Stay behind him.
Attack with the finishing line within reach.
Okay. Now, 2.2. You're going to go 99. Vervecchi, lead him out. Osorio, we're going to go for the stage win.
And they're off. It's going to be very fast.
700 meters. Go, 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 go. He's not fast enough. He's got a little bit of acceleration, but no sprint speed. So William Barta takes the win. Edward Toynes, Hindley, Conti, Conrad, Osorio, and Vervecchi, 6th and 7th on the stage. Small group, 17 riders to the finish line. Those guys will all be on the same time. We're looking at over a minute before Ossian, Werber, and Grossschartner coming in. Here comes Swarble just outside of the top 20. More than just, but 36th. Yeah, a lead out for Osorio was relatively useless as he is no sprinter. No sprinter is he. Van Hemelen takes 42nd, but we're in position now for that potential top 5. That group, there's a good chance that some of those 17 were not in that small group of 25 in the last stage, which means we could already be down to, 12 or 13, 14 riders in contention at this point.
And here are the key moments of the race.
But if that's all the climbing we've got, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble on this one. Because we're definitely not going to take time in sprints. Alright, so there's your top guys with time bonuses. And then in that count back, we are 7th and 8th, and it's 12. 12 riders of those 17 were in the original Stage 1 group of 25 that had a little bit of a time gap. So that puts us into just 12 riders left in contention, and I've got both Osorio and Vervecchi in that front group. But it's going to take something else to crack the top 5, because, again, sprint alone, we're not going to get there. Alright, so I am initiating a plan here in order to try to get in the top 5. Stage 4, pretty much a sprint stage. There's a couple climbs. It's not going to do enough damage to contenders, but look at the profile today. There's lots of short, punchy climbs along the way. But it's not going to matter unless there's something to do some damage out there. So let's set everybody at a 76 here. So what I'm going to try to do, and what I've just set up before coming back here, is I now have 4 riders in a protected mode. Sorio and Vervecchi actually protected, Van Hemelen and Swerble protecting them. And then I have Bax, Bull, and Wachtendorf all now pulling at the front, and we'll see what it takes to actually start putting pressure on the field. Actually, it looks like I need to turn it up for everyone. So we are not the only ones who have decided to chase. Breakaway group has 10. They had 11 originally. They lost 1 rider. But they're still almost 3 minutes away. We've pulled back a minute pretty quickly here, so the pace is picked up from the field alone.
The entente in the escape group is far from cordial. There are a couple of riders who want to go it alone.
Really like to start splitting up the field, and obviously at this point, with all 120 outside of the breakaway still in the peloton, we've got a lot of work to do to make that happen right now.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
There we go. We've finally gotten fast enough to actually get on the front, but it's still just taking turns. And I'm okay with that, so we'll set it at 83 for now. This is definitely going to hurt the field some. I mean, you can see my guys are definitely losing some of their strength, so there is definitely enough pace at the front of the field right now to inflict some damage. And we've got a couple riders off the back.
It looks like he'll have to abandon the race. There's reports of a group of riders taking a tumble, but apparently they all managed to set off again.
Damage in the breakaway group, that's going to make them easier to catch with a couple riders now just about reeled in. Bax somehow goes around the corner and comes out ahead of everyone. Let's bring him down for a moment.
There we go. That's
sit up a bit. There you go. Now you can resume. Okay, now I need somebody, Swerble, to go get some water. Let's not have issues with it this time, huh? Come on. It took him a few kilometers longer than I expected it to for him to get the water. Get out in the open there so you can actually make some progress up the field before we hit this climb. No? No? Not interested, huh? Now, Bax, Bull, and Wachtendorf, even though they're on a let's do some work mode, are actually struggling just to stay in the field. So let's turn that off for a moment and try to just stay alive. Meanwhile, Swerble wasting so much energy up the hill. And then, now that it's level, and he could attack and, move up the field. No, now he just wants to sit on the wheel. Oh, water. Why? Why is water so difficult in this game? Man, Swirble's got no energy left. Bull's the only one who got water. Bull needs to go get water now because Swirble's done. Means Vervecchi's not getting any protection right now, which is ridiculous. And Swirble, the strongest guy around, should have gotten it easily. Van Hemlen, you're going to switch to Vervecchi though, because Vervecchi's on a +4 today. Osorio's a -2, so they're only one position apart and on the same time. And oh gosh, the field split there for a moment. Bull still way in the back. And now we're on another climb again, so worst time for these guys to try to attack. And Swirble's still there, recovering. And the field split. Alright, hold on. This is just not going according to plan. And it's entirely down to water. But the field is splitting, I suppose. That's a good thing, right? Now it's Bax's turn to try to get water. We've been hunting water for 30K. Bax just burned up his energy chasing. And he's going to go right out the back. Too much pace. Van Hemlen, your turn. Go get water. Sorio, protect Vervecchi. I just sent you to get water and he refused. No? Bax got water again. Okay. Set you to auto. 42 riders left. Van Hemlen finally gets to the back to get the water. And that just took another 3-4 kilometers just to drop back this short distance. And we're about to hit a climb again. And there's a split. Van Hemlen barely makes it. Come on, Van Hemlen. Get up there. Get up there. Oh gosh, here we go. We're climbing again. And he's not up there yet. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, good job. Good job. Okay, you're going to relax for just a second, and then you're going to take back over. Because Osorio is tired. And actually, he's more tired than you, so take over right now. Just a couple climbs left, but just 26 riders now. Van Hemlen and Osorio will definitely get used. Not on this climb, though. But the next one is the steepest. So I think that's where we'll try to have a go. But life made much more difficult. Go ahead and switch back, Osorio. And then Van Hemlen's going to be the guy to attack that. And maybe I should go sprint train style on this one. 17 kilometers. Slow it back down to regular speed, and let's...
Apparently, the leader is on the ground. A group of riders has come across.
Or not. Okay, follow. I had enough time to do it without pausing, but then it didn't go right. Van Hemlen, not 99, but 93? Yeah. 9 riders. 9 riders.
Only 15 kilometers left.
Split the field just like that.
Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
I want Van Hemelen to last to the last climb, and then Osorio can take it from there. I'm going to get him ready. This little downhill is helping. We're opening the gap behind us. Van Hemelen almost got us there.
Close. The riders just passed the 10 kilometers road sign.
There's the climb. Attack it for Vecchi. It's 8K. Go. Go. Okay, relax now, relax. Got a group of 4. That's your top 5. Conrad, Barta, Rabic. So we've got him into a top 5 situation now. Top 5 scenario. We got caught by somebody. CCC rider.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Sanyok. .4K.
There he goes. He's giving it one last go.
2.4K.
There goes the sprint. The
1K. Sprint. Come on. He'll get a time bonus for 3rd. That'll definitely put him in the top 5, though. Conrad, Barta, Vervecchi, Rabic, Sanyok.
We're waiting for the tailenders who continue to arrive.
Toynes down in 6th. Conti, those guys are 45 seconds behind. So, yes, we've done it. We made it. Top 5. 1 stage still to go, but it's a sprint stage. Osorio cost himself a top 10, but he's still 14th. So he'll still be up there in the standings. Van Hemelen manages 17th. Nicely done for him. Wow, Egg all the way down there in 20th. Postelberger in 15th. Nick Roche outside of the top 10. Dumarquis 10th there. Martinez 9th. I mean, that's definitely left some names behind. So really good job there. Good finish. Osorio was supposed to be the guy, but the race day condition favored for Vecchi, and I'm glad we did because it definitely worked out. He is now securely in the top 5, maybe even a top 3. We'll see where the time comparison is for these 5. He's either going to be 4th or 3rd in the standings. 42 seconds was the gap here, minute 50 the gap there. 3rd place, and actually by more than half a minute, 2 of the guys in that final 5 weren't even on this time gap. Toynes was one of the ones with an advantage. He had the 10 seconds to his name. He was in that top 3, but he loses the time here, so that puts him back. And then you got a group of 4. So Osorio in 11th, just missing the top 10 himself. It'd still be worth good points. And Hemelen 26th. But for Vecchi, up into 3rd, 36 seconds clear. So, no, we're not going to win this, but we've got ourselves into a podium situation behind the BMC and Bora Hansgrohe riders, with Sunweb trailing us, EF Education, Trek 7th and 8th, CCC 9th. So, really good job to get a little separation there. And while things didn't initially work out as planned on the stage when we ran into trouble with the water, by the end of the stage, we pulled it together. That worked out quite well in the end. 2nd in the team standings right now. 24 kilometers left in this one. It is supposed to be a sprint stage, but looking at the profile here at the end, I think a lot of sprinters could end up being left behind on this one. Now, of course, our main priority is for Vecchi in third place, and he's on a +5. A +5. Could we go off and steal this win? He's only 12 seconds down. If he wins by even 2 seconds, or if he just wins, he'll be in the top 2. I'm thinking about going for something bold here instead of the protected sprint. I just don't think these guys are going to be strong enough in the sprint. They're fresh right now, but I think that's going to diminish really quickly here in these final kilometers. So here's what we're going to try to do. First off, 99s. Vecchi's the main guy, and he's going to follow Osorio, who's going to follow Swerble. And there's the main bunch. Now from there, Van Hemlen's your strongest rider. So we'll get... Oh, that's not... No. Follow. Hey! Okay. Now, of this, Bax is the strongest sprinter over Bull. We went with Bull because of the race day condition before, but Bax is a good sprinter. I'm going to give him some sort of shot by following Vervecchi. And then we're going to use Bull and Wachtendorf ultimately here. So we're going to sacrifice them, go for something bold, and then just in case, Bax, if he hangs on, he'll still be alive. He'll be able to get sprint. He won't get a great lead out from Vervecchi, but at least, actually really Osorio, but at least he'll have a shot. That's still 23 kilometers, so I was hoping to start the attack right about now, but no, it's too early for that still. It's too early for that, but as soon as we hit just about the top here, we'll start to accelerate anyway with Wachtendorf. There's the top right there. CCC puts pressure on, so Wachtendorf, there you go, over the top.
The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace.
Bull. Come on, guys, don't lose the wheel here. Awfully spread out on that descent. Alright, here we go. First of 2 climbs, Wachtendorf. I don't want it to fade too quick, but I want pressure on, so we'll try 93. Sees Bull. Ready to go after that. Wachtendorf getting us through the lower sector. He's done. On to Seaspool. The entire peloton together other than a single rider off the back. Is that the top already? Kind of. That's the steep section done anyway. We'll step this up to a 96 now as Bull leads us over the top. Back's a little bit tired, but most of the field behind him still doing okay. Van Hemlen ready to take over. "12 kilometers left and just 29 riders. We have split the field. Now we're going to go through this again. So Van Hemlen, let's try a 94. Cease Bull is still there, by the way.
Just past the 10 kilometers road sign.
Get back to a 95.
While the pack is getting close to the finish line,
Swerble ready to go.
Will be won in a sprint.
Swerble gonna take over. He's not gonna last long, so let's just go at 95. Osorio, get ready. Final climb, 44 riders. Okay, Osorio. Leading out Vervecchi and Bax. And somehow the group's coming back together, but it's not. Yeah, there you go. That's the thing. 16 now. Oof, Van Hemlen's still here. Osorio's done. It's 4K. I could use Bax to try to lead out for Vecchi. Or what to do here. Continue to follow Osorio. Van Hemelen, there you go. Van Hemelen's quickly recovering. So, Van Hemelen, you're going to get in there. And we're going to follow you here in a moment. Van Hemelen, get around them. There you go. Okay, now it's 2K to go. Use the gel. Van Hemelen, go 99. Osorio, just try to grab onto the back as best you can so you don't lose time. Hang on to your 11th. Van Hemelen giving us a lead out now.
And the final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first of the line today?
This is kind of uphill, isn't it? It is. Gonna go another 100 meters. Now Bax in 4th place.
A great win in the sprint of
Martinelli, Toynes, Sanyok. Bax takes 4th. Barta, Breschel, Conti. Vervecchi takes 9th. Van Hemelen takes 15th. And just a group of 15 at the finish line. Half a minute to the next group back. Won't change the top of the standings, but still, good finish to the race. It was definitely not the sprint stage that they were expecting, though I kind of got Bax to the end, and he did manage to get 4th, but he just didn't have much firepower, and he was not necessarily in the best position to sprint that one out, as I was focused more on Vervecchi's race result than Bax himself. So he certainly didn't get a quality lead out of any kind and was sitting 3rd wheel. Osorio lost time though, 24th. And notice that Swerble 43rd, Bull 72nd. So Osorio could drop down the standings a bit here. That's right, it was Van Hemelen that came back and not Osorio. But we definitely got our top 5. Ooh, so Vervecchi does move up. Moves up into 2nd place. William Barta wins the overall. Vervecchi does claim 2nd, so nicely done there. Toynes 3rd. Sanyok, Conti, Brambilla, DeMarchi, Martinez are the top 8, and then you get down to some time gaps. Osorio does hang on to 11th at least. He was up 1, down 1. Van Hemelen 21st, not bad. Swerble 36th. So yeah, 2nd place. Result to be happy about. Van Hemelen 3rd in the mountain climbers. Osorio 5th. The under 25s, and we end up winning the team competition. That is a result to be pretty happy about. Top 5 was the objective. We end up with a top 3. They don't care about 2nd in that. Either you win or you get top 3 or you get top 5 in terms of sponsor satisfaction. Not that sponsor satisfaction means anything now at this point in time. First results for La Vuelta, the opening stage, prologue 7.5 kilometers, and it's all Team Sky. Poles, De La Cruz, Kwiatkowski. But that looks like it was a team one over that first 7.5 kilometers because it says Sky, Quickstep, BMC. I just thought they had taken 1, 2, 3 before I entered the stage. But yeah, nicely done. We were not a favorite to be in the position we were in, but good team effort to get a top 2 in that one. Solomon going to EF Education. Check the overall standings. Let's see where we're at. Next will be the Tour of Britain, just a few days away at the beginning of September. We are definitely closing in on the end of the season, but we haven't reached it just yet. So yeah, there you go, your Star Plus with the top 3. Just 2 sponsor objectives left. Tour of Britain, stage win, Perry Tour, top 5. Both of those are 3-star objectives, but at this point, I don't think anything we do could hurt us after winning Colorado Classic, Tour of Utah, a top 5, Ride London Surrey Classic, that's a double plus. We are now the most popular, even though he's young and relatively unknown, but that potential has moved him up. Wachtendorf, now the most popular U.S. rider we have. Swerble has struggled, so he's not made a name for himself, and that's bad. That is a really bad evaluation on that part, and actually that's going to hurt us next season going forward, especially when we don't know what we're going to have. But our main sponsor, Canadian, means the main riders are probably going to be Canadians. I don't know what's going to happen sponsorship-wise next season, other than we're going to need to go out and get some results. If this season is any indication, we should be able to keep up the results part, but the registered riders and the squad evaluation could be relatively low. Down to 33rd now. We're running out of cushion room. We're well over 1,000 points clear now, continental points. So we're dominating from that aspect. Still hanging on to 16th here. A decent points haul from that race, but that was not that high of a profile race, so we didn't earn too much from that. And we didn't win either. In terms of victories, 13 on the season. We've moved up the standings quite a bit with some recent results there. But we only have... we'll look at calendar. A little bit left. Okay, that's National Championship Youth. There we go. So we have Britain, single classic there, Bucks County, another. So we've got a few classics plus Tour of Britain. There's a cobbled race, World Championships, and a few one-day classics after that. So only one stage race remaining on the year, and that'll kick off in the next episode with those other races beside it. It's probably going to take 2 episodes to get through that. Maybe 4 to the end of the season. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe. And tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.